This is a very inspiring story of a person who has a 2% chance of survival.
I have a 2% chance of survival, but 2% is not 0%. 2% is something, and I wish people knew how amazing it is.
There is so much we can learn from this lady, and we'll go into the lessons right now. So stay tuned and hit the subscribe button below. Catch you on the flip side. Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel, Eqay Inspire. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about something very, very important. It's about this lady called Nightbirde.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright.
Her real name is this, but I prefer to use Nightbirde, okay, to be on the safer side of things. But seriously, this lady has come to make the world a little bit different.
You are the voice we all need to hear this year.
And then I want to share her story with you and share the 12 powerful lessons that I picked from it and that I believe will bless you as well. If you don't know Nightbirde, she was a contestant in this year's America's Got Talent, and she had to drop out because of some health issues. And her performance, first of all, got a golden buzzer. And her story has gone to inspire many people all around the world. And I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Nightbirde, your golden buzzer performance has now been seen over 200 million times.
You know, when you feel it, when it moves you, that felt like the most authentic thing I have heard this season. You know, the entire world is suffering adversity right now, and you are the poster human for courage in the face of adversity, for poise, for beauty, and for fight. And that's what we all need to do.
So Nightbirde had to drop out. She was diagnosed with cancer, and somewhere last year was told she had 6 months to live. But all she heard was live, and that's how she lives. And she says she's not planning her legacy. She's planning her future. This is a very inspiring story of a person who has a 2% chance of survival.
I have a 2% chance of survival, but 2% is not 0%. 2% is something, and I wish people knew how amazing it is.
There is so much we can learn from this lady. Nightbirde's performance or ministration has gone on to impact more than 200 million people. And what I learned, the first thing I would like you to take from this story is that you don't have to be well to heal others. She's healing the world, encouraging people, changing lives, but she herself is not actually well, right? So you don't have to be rich before you can give. You don't have to be in the best place of life before you can offer help to someone. We are all in it together, good and bad. So let's help each other through the struggles that we ourselves are going through. It is very easy to fall for the temptation whereby you decide to hold back until you reach a certain level before you're able to help. But if you can help as you overcome your own struggles, that is even much more impactful. Number 2 is 2% is not 0. How many times did we give up on things in life because we feel that we have a lesser chance of it working? If you were told that the business you want to start has a 2% chance of making it, what would you do? If you were told that making it in life for you was 30%, what would you do? Here's a lady who was told she has 2% chance of survival, and she didn't hear this from a random person. These are medical experts who diagnosed her situation and came up with this figure. And she is smiling. She is living every moment joyously. That is so significant. That is crazy. in a positive way. All hope is never lost. That is what it actually means. No matter how tough the situation is, keep living every moment, keep thriving, keep doing everything you are here to do, because you still have the resources. Once you have time, you have some resources to keep doing what you have to do. Keep doing it, because this impact wouldn't have been created if Nightbirde gave up on herself. She was told she had 2% chance of survival. Somewhere last year, she was given even 6 months to survive, but she still keeps on impacting lives, and now hundreds of millions of people are benefiting from it. How significant is that? Number 3, your perspective makes all the difference. There is a popular saying that if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I've never seen a more vivid example than the life of Nightbirde. 2% chance of survival, and you're able to look at it and still see positivity. Come on, that is something we should all adopt.
If something so impossibly catastrophic and unimaginably awful can happen, then doesn't it also mean that something impossibly beautiful and impossibly redemptive can happen?
If you change the way you look at things, if you change the way you are looking at your situations, no matter how hard life is, the things you look at will change. Your reality will change. Your impact will change. And your life will change. If this lady didn't hold so much positivity and optimism, she wouldn't continue singing. She wouldn't have come to AGT. She wouldn't have been heard. She would have quit singing. She would have thrown out her talent, and no impact would have been created. She would have probably even lost her life long ago. But she is here, and she's making more impact than many other people who have a lot of positive news, but their perspective, they feel they are not good enough. They feel they can't make it. They have so much negativity, and it all boils down to their perspective. That is what changes the reality. Number 5, optimism doesn't mean complacency. Optimism isn't wishful thinking. Being optimistic doesn't mean you are fanatic or you take things for granted. The lady, I haven't seen anyone more optimistic than Nightbirde, but she quit AGT because of her health.
It was a great show, but there was somebody missing. Nightbirde. At the auditions, her original song had an incredible impact around the world. Simon Cowell was so moved, he reached for the golden buzzer. Since then, she's had to drop out of the competition.
It means she's not taking things for granted. She's putting in all the measures necessary that are recommended by doctors to help her.
Last time I checked, I had some cancer in my lungs, my spine, and my liver.
So she's actually facing the reality just with optimism. So that is a very significant lesson. People say that motivational speaking or motivation is just getting excited while problems still exist, and it's something that is stupid. But
you don't deny the pain of today, but don't deny the hope of the future. Both are real.
Being optimistic does not mean you are not facing the reality. Okay, and that is a very significant lesson to pick from the life of Nightbirde. Number 6, you cannot wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy.
You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy.
Being happy is not something you're supposed to attain at the end of the journey when everything is finally okay. Happiness is a virtue we have to carry every day, right? So you can't wait until things get well in every way before you decide to be happy. Be happy because it's part of life and it's part of your everyday living. Be happy. Nightbirde says her experience has taught her that we are more connected than we are actually divided.
I think we're witnessing like such a beautiful picture of the human spirit and the triumph of the human spirit. And I think it's restored my faith in humanity a whole lot to see people come together, just over the fact that we all hurt, we all suffer, and we all have the potential to overcome. And this is, I mean, the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
These days, the world seems more divided than ever. Like we are divided on every front. Talk of gender, talk of race, talk of religion. Like every way you will find there is nothing you can say that and get away with it on social media even. Like the nicest things you will say will still bring negativity from some of the readers in the comment section. But in spite of all that, we are all human beings that hurt. We all experience pain. We're all human. Okay, the things that connect us, the human character is the same. And it runs through all of us. So let's be human. Let's love one another. Let's make the world a better place. We are more connected than we are divided. Number 8, don't worry about tomorrow. What matters is that today you are alive. Today you have opportunities. Today you can do something. Focus on what the day brings and live it to the fullest.
It doesn't matter what happens tomorrow or what happens after this. Today I'm so happy to be here and I'm alive and I'm overjoyed.
Tomorrow will come with its own problems and we'll tackle it in its own way. But for now, we've got today and we've got to live it. It's very interesting to know that in the future, you will not be able to do some of the things you're able to do now. That is a thought that beat me recently. And that's real, man. You've got a life to live today. So just live it. Make your impact. Do everything you're supposed to do as we wait for what happens tomorrow. And we tackle it as it comes. Right? Number 9. Positivity and courage are not the absence of fear. You don't get out of fear before you become a positive person. It's a matter of being able to move on in spite of the uncertainties, the fears, and the insecurities that you may have.
I'm not special. I'm not stronger than anyone else. I just might be, I just have the audacity to keep going in the face of reasons why I should not. And the key to it is you don't deny the pain of today, but don't deny the hope of the future. Both are real.
So don't think that you'd have to forget everything that is happening to you before you can be positive, be fearless, courageous. No, the reality exists. But in spite of that, you got to keep moving. And that is what courage, positivity, and fearlessness actually mean. Number 10 is another one that really hit me hard. Life will always be unpredictable. Nightbirde says she has always been somebody who believed in the impossible in her life. But in the past few years, the only impossible things that were happening to her were negative. Imagine that, a person who believes in the impossible and everything that is happening to you is the negative impossible. What?
In a sense, I always believed that impossible things could happen. And for many years, the impossible things that happened in my life were, catastrophe and tragedy and loss. But this time, the impossible thing that's happening is way, way better and way more than I could have ever asked for.
Life will not always happen the way we imagine, but we still have to move through. And that is how life is. We still have to keep hopes up and keep moving. Number 11. Give to the world more than you expect from it.
In yourself, where you stand on that stage and you're like, I can't wait to give you guys what I have. Instead of standing up there saying, oh, I need something from you to feel okay.
Live your life trying to use every moment to give out what you have inside of you. Instead of expecting people to make you feel good, focus on making an impact, and that will bring all the positivity back to you. Number 12, you don't have to choose between sadness and happiness. All of them apply in life. Okay? You can't choose today to be a happy day for you and tomorrow to be a sad day for you. Life is both happy and sad. Life is both good and bad. Whether it's good or bad, just accept whatever comes as a part of the process and keep moving on.
There's a lot of reasons to be afraid. But there's also a lot of reasons to be thankful. And my journey has taught me that we don't have to pick one. We don't have to pick, life is hard or life is beautiful. Life is beautiful and hard at the same time. And that's when we're fully alive, is when we can hold both.
So that's it. I believe you were blessed by that. The name is Eqay Inspire, and we're going to come your way once again. Remember to hit the subscribe button below and turn on the bell so that anytime we post a new video, you get a notification. Share, like, comment. See you next time, and until then, keep smiling. Bye-bye. Bye.